2026, and welcome to Mind Heart Mondays. I hope y'all can hear me okay. Let me know if you can. Um, I have the stove fan on. I actually have it on most of the time because it's like white noise and it kind of like helps me relax. I know it's one of my video columns about me. But I want to make sure you can hear me. I'm also talking a little bit more quiet because my husband's taking a nap. But here we are, Mind Heart Mondays, and we are getting into music as therapy. One of my favorite, very, very favorite spaces to release pain is through music. Anybody connect to this or relate to this? It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. And then, of course, when you add layers to this, it's it's super divine. So we're gonna get into this tonight, and I want to give you guys a minute to log on before I get carried away, because I will. But how is your Monday going? How's your start of the week? We are literally in the middle of March. March has been interesting, actually. I feel like March has gone perfectly perfect in terms of its time marching by. It hasn't been super fast, it hasn't been super slow. It's been perfect. And I feel like we still have a few weeks for that perfection and completion to come to fruition. And by the way, anybody who's been really tuning into this, have you seen anything happen in your life lately? Hi. Aw, good to see you. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here tonight. Have you been seeing any manifestations of this completion? Because there's definitely a lot going on, spiritually speaking. So I'm very excited for us. We still have some time. If you haven't seen the fruition, don't worry. It is coming. I just got off work, you guys. My day job. I just got off work, so I'm a little bit tired, so do bear with. Hi, good to see you guys. John 3:16, love it, love it. Okay, so if you're tuning in, this is Mind Heart Mondays. I do this every Monday, typically 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this month is a special month, you guys. I am taking us into some of the modalities that I personally use for my one-to-one life coaching sessions. So if you're looking for a life coach, you found her. She's restored.com, or you can email me, shesrestored@gmail.com. My name is Ruby. I am a master healing arts life coach. My therapeuticals have everything to do with art and music, and I help you on the inner healing journey. I also do artist coaching, so if you're an artist or musician, uh, you can reach out to me as well. Shesrestored.com, shesrestored@gmail.com. I think I scared my husband awake, y'all. Do bear with. He's saying book a session with her. If you want to, I'd be happy to work with you. Tonight, I'm getting into music as therapy. I'm very excited about this. A lot of what I'm going to share is actually a very signature process that I use in my sessions and that I've used in group classes. So get some paper and something to write with, because it's going to be beautiful. And I'm going to take us into this. Now, of course, I'm on YouTube Live. And out of respect for artists, I am not going to play any music for copyright purposes. And so I'm not going to play anything tonight. If, however, we were doing a one-to-one session, we would be able to share music through that virtual meeting. And I've done this before actually with clients, and I've had many beautiful sessions actually with taking them into this therapeutical, which I find very, very healing, especially if you're a music fanatic or you just connect to music, or maybe you're a musician yourself, and this comes a very natural rhythm for you to speak from the heart, speak from the mind. Hi. Yes, of course, you can ask any questions anytime. So, now, before I get into my specific modality, I'm going to kind of gloss over music as therapy or music therapy. A lot of you know or heard what this is about. I'm going to go over 4 main methods that music can be used as therapy. And these are very general, and these are probably more traditional, I suppose you could say. Sure, ask away. I'm all ears. So, what does music do to provide therapy? These are the general ones, okay? These are ones that you would probably, if you actually were to hire a music therapist, they would take a very sort of traditional and perhaps medical or medically and clinical approach to using music as therapy. So, number 1, music provides therapy by promoting stimulation, or relaxation, okay? And I'll get into this later. But yes, music does move the mind, it moves the heart, and certainly the body for those of us that love to move, dance. Number 2, it facilitates memory or reminiscing, okay? And why does it do this? Because music, again, it is a creative person. I want to say music is a person because I do feel like this on some level, and it accesses part of this part of self that is hidden. Like I've shared before, this is what music and art does. It activates the part of the brain that is hidden, and I want to use this word very deliberately, so that I can come to the forefront, okay? And a lot of this has to do with the fact that a lot of our pain is buried in the subconscious. Okay? Number 3. Music can be used to develop auditory skills. Obviously, if you're learning to play a new instrument, it's also, I feel playing music is very therapeutical. So you probably find this if you are playing music. Let's say you're in school or you're in band, or you're learning how to play an instrument because you're interested in starting a band. Number 4, enhancing mood and reducing anxiety. Yes, absolutely. So these are kind of the 4 main methods that music is used as therapy. Okay? And personally, oh, you asked your question, so sorry. Will you be live on St. Patrick's Day? When is St. Patrick's Day? I don't know what day that is. Oh, wait. Oh, today's the 16th. Is that tomorrow? The 17th? That's a Tuesday, so I wasn't planning on it. Actually, I think Wednesday I will be live for our anxiety class. Why do you ask? Is that your birthday? What's so special about the 17th? Actually, something is special about the 17th. 317, y'all. Is that your birthday? Tomorrow's your birthday? Are you serious? Aww. And what's the second thing you said? Is one in one day? Oh, it's in one day. So tomorrow. How about this? I'll try to come on live tomorrow if I'm able to. Just for your birthday. How does that sound? Oh, it's not your birthday? No, my birthday is June 29th. Oh, okay. Well, what's going on St. Patrick's Day? Is there something special? Or you're just curious? I wasn't planning on it. I was planning to stick to my normal schedule this week, but you never know. You never know these days, especially these days with me. Because my schedule, my day schedule, like or I should say my work schedule, my day job, is kind of chaotic. And I long for the days where I can build my own schedule again with my life work, which is what I'm doing now, life coaching. So the more beautiful souls that I get to bless with my gifts, the happier I become, the more healed the world becomes. And I am living my dream life as an artist, actually, because I love what I do. I love doing this, and I love sharing, and I love helping and loving all of you. So we'll see. We'll see about tomorrow. So some examples of these sort of traditional methods of using music as therapy are writing and singing songs. The leprechaun is coming to us. I love it. Is it really? What does this mean? You don't mean the horror movie The Leprechaun, do you? That's kind of weird and creepy. Oh, you guys. Thanks for making me laugh. I need laugh. I need laughter and I need to laugh. Actually, this is part of my therapy. I have to laugh once a day deliberately. If I haven't had enough giggles, I will find funny memes just to make myself laugh because it's therapy. Laughter is therapy, you guys. Okay. Do elaborate, because I don't know what you mean by leprechaun is coming to us. In the meantime, writing and singing songs. Okay, so yes, I can attest to this, actually. As I shared not that long ago, maybe it was last week, how I kind of went through a season where I was starting to write some music, as in, how shall I say, sound collage. This is the best way I can describe how I write music in this season that I've been in, because although I am trained in music, it's been a very long time. I actually played the flute for like 6 or 7 years. So I do know how to read music. I do know how to play music. But my children, and you guys, those of you that are like established musicians, don't laugh at me. Don't make fun of me. But my children taught me all about GarageBand, and they showed me how to make music on there. So in 2021 is when I kind of started exploring and experimenting, and I wrote a handful of songs, actually. I think I have like 20 something songs that I wrote, whether they were just instrumental or I added some lyrics and some poetry. And yes, I actually do have a little music project that I call Electric Pink Love, and I do plan to do more with it, which I'm very excited about. But yes, writing and singing songs is therapy. Yeah. Aw. Okay, we'll get some rest. By the way, okay, have a good night. I'm glad you tuned in. Get some rest, and yes, I will see you Wednesday. Unless I come on tomorrow, but I'm planning to not come on tomorrow. And happy St. Patrick's Day if I don't. And let me know what the leprechaun said. Okay. All right. You have a good night, sweetheart, okay? Take care. Okay, improv songwriting. This is totally my alley, y'all. I'll tell you this, actually. I'll share this. I have a song back in 2021, and this was one of the first. This is one of the first exploratory spaces when I was getting on GarageBand, just to kind of practice my vocals a little bit. I had a poem that I had written probably like 2 or 3 years ago at the time, so like 2018, somewhere around there. And it was in my phone, right? Really long poem. And this particular poem didn't have, or most of my poems don't, but it didn't have too many rhyming parts. It was more like just like a free flow stream of consciousness writing that I did. So I had laid down like the foundation of my song, okay? And then I decided to, which was a drum loop, by the way. And then I decided I'm just gonna like literally sing my poem over this. And that's what I did. So I recorded this song. I think I called it like, actually I can't remember what I called it. It's something, My Canvas or something like that. And that's it. I left it alone. Very much like me, just very improvisational. And then I added like a synth like rhythm to it, and that's it. I haven't even touched it since then. But that reminded me, the improv songwriting, playing an instrument. Yes, playing an instrument is very therapeutic. So as I shared, I used to play the flute. This was a long time ago, you guys. I think I was in high school, the last that I was playing a flute. But I love keys. Y'all, analog synth is my baby. Like, I cannot wait to get my own analog synth. And I have so many, like, on my wish list. Those of you that want to buy me one, let me know, and I'll tell you which ones are on my list. But playing an instrument is very therapeutic. Using musical devices and technology, listening to music with or without visual imagery. Speaking of which, and I've shared this with my Soñado Libre Sound community, but I'm an excellent music video director. It's actually one of my favorite things to do, is to create film collage to music. So just FYI, if you're looking for someone to make your music video, call me. Let's chat. Creativity through music and other mixed media arts, and exchanging information through music. So these are some of the examples of using music as a form of therapy. So So, any questions so far? Anybody that's watching or in the live stream, or if you're watching on the replay, feel free to ask me. And you guys, there's so much to get into. I'm really just covering kind of the basics with this, okay? Because I do want to introduce us to it. If we were to do a one-to-one session, however, and let's say you chose music as your modality, because I specialize in music, movement, and art. So if we were to sit and do one-to-one sessions together, you could choose from any of those. But if you were to say, I just want to do music, that's my language, then we would get so super deep into all of this. And I would take you into, again, because my sessions are personally tailored to you, what is going on with you, and then we would get to your roots. There's so much that we would do. So let's get into this a little bit. My particular method, I guess you could say, of music as therapy. So, are you ready for this? By the way, I've shared some of this before. I don't know if my videos are still up or not on this channel, but so if you've been with me for a while, you've been rocking it with me, then you might have heard some of this before, but if not, I'm going to share actually 4. I think I have 8, but I'm going to share 4 today. To 4 realms when we get into music as therapy for the inner healing journey specifically. Number 1. Number 1 is, or let me actually share it like this. There's 2 realms to this when you're using music as a modality of therapy. The way I teach this to you, one is personal. That is to say, I am using music in a personal way to go on the inner healing journey. Okay? The second is interpersonal. So I'm using music to work through some of my interpersonal issues. Okay? And the 4 spaces, we're going to start with the first one, and that's personal. So, what is personal music? Personal music is music that speaks to me. It speaks to me. It's my music. It's my favorite band. It's my favorite song. It's my favorite album. It's a time capsule. It is personal to me. I have made a personal connection with the song, with the artist, with the band, with the album, with a certain season in my life that, and we'll get into this later actually, but it's personal. It means something to me. Okay? Let's just pause here for a minute and think about this for yourself. What are some of the songs that mean something to you? Can you think of a few that come to mind? Okay? Or bands that mean something to you, that you have a personal connection with the band or the artist or the musician. These are artists that have impacted you in a major way. They've connected to your soul realm. Okay, and y'all, I could get so super deep into this because it really is. Also think about time capsules. You know, there's certain, especially if you're a little bit older, there's certain bands that you may have listened to 10 years ago that you connect their music to that time in your life. Okay? Personal connection. Personal. This is music that you go to in any given emotion. Okay, so here's where we get into this. Your favorite artist. I personally feel like your favorite artists are the ones that you go to all the time. Okay, so they lift you up when you're feeling down. They understand you when you're feeling a little bit depressed. They empower you when you feel confused. These are favorite bands. They get you. They connect with you. You connect with them, whether it's lyrically or it's sonically. It's just something in the sound that just heals your soul, and maybe you can't even explain it or describe it. Hi, how's it going? These are personal connections to music, and they are therapeutic, they are healing, and they're very important to pay attention to. Okay, number two. Number two is what I call memory music. Memory music has everything to do with your memory. It is music that, again, you connect it to a specific time in your life. It's that song that is nostalgic, as I like to say. Or, again, that album you listened to when you were a teenager. This is memory music. This is music that takes you back in time. It takes you to a specific season, a specific time, a specific place you were. And this is important to understand because you're going to use this as part of your therapy to connect to self back then. Okay? I'll give you a good example of one of mine. And this is actually how the Lord started revealing all of this to me. When I start, and again, music is my life. Like, I've always been connected to music. But when I started to understand that the Lord was showing me this because of what I'm called to do, of course, He started showing it to me personally so that I can live it and experience it first. This is one of the first examples I have of doing this myself. And it is a song that came out in the 80s. It's called Sarah by Jefferson Starship. I think it's Jefferson Starship. No, maybe it's Jefferson. Yeah, it's Jefferson Starship. Because I know they changed their name or something like that. But anyways, so this song is what I call a Laredo song. So I lived in Laredo as a kid for a number of years. And Laredo, Texas, by the way. And during this time, my parents were going through a divorce. And it was a very uncomfortable time for me as a kid. This song reminds me of that season. Now, I hadn't heard the song for like, I don't know how long, but it came up in my spirit to listen to it, and I did. And I realized, oh my gosh, I started feeling all this emotion of when I was a kid, my parents going through divorce. And so I started to take this song and go into this space of fracture in my soul realm connected to my parents' divorce. And I can't tell you how many times I listened to the song, but as I did, every time I did, I would dig deeper and deeper into that wound. And so I used the song to unravel the pain connected and associated with that trauma in my life. And this is what we're talking about, and this is what I do, and this is what I teach you. Memory music. Now, not all memories are bad, of course. You could have lots of music that reminds you of wonderful times that you had in the past. And every time you listen to it, it just brings that beautiful nostalgic feeling. That too is therapy. Now let's go to number 3. Okay, good. I'm glad you're doing well. And hi to everybody else watching and watching on the replay. Number 3 is inherited music. I call this inherited music because it is in fact music that I adopted. That sort of came with my upbringing. It is music that was passed down from my parents or my guardians. I'll share mine. I feel very blessed, actually. I had parents that were very, very much music fanatics. Now, my parents were, I want to say, first generation. Yeah, they were first generation Texan. And so they grew up kind of like in the 70s, I guess, 60s, 70s, somewhere around there. So they had all of it. I had every cultural aesthetic of music that you could think of as a Latina in Texas. Okay, so I had all of that. I had all the cumbias, the rancheras, the corridos, all of that. Not to mention all the gospel stuff in Spanish. Then I had my dad, who was a total rocker. My dad loved what we call a true classic rock, okay? My dad was into Pink Floyd. He was into all the psychedelic stuff, rock. My dad was all rock, okay? My mom, however, was disco queen. She loved disco. She loved 80s new wave. That's right. I feel like, actually, I got both of their tastes in music, but I heard all of it growing up. I heard all of it, so I feel very blessed that I had sort of like a musical home, a very open-minded musical home. And I do love just about all styles of music. I mean, I have my favorites, but so inherited music. What is yours? How did you grow up? What did you grow up listening to? And how has that shaped how you listen or explore or experiment with music? What else? Inherited. Number 4. I'm going to get into number 4 now. I call this interpersonal. So this is music that connects you to other people. Interpersonal. Now, a lot of this, when I've worked with clients in the past, sometimes this comes up as, unraveling some dysfunctional relationships. Okay, so let's say you and an ex have a connection with a specific song or a specific band. When we would do this as therapy, and we would get into this, again, we would go back to that music, to that space and time for you, and we would begin to unravel some of those memories through the music. And again, it could be beautiful. You could have a special song with your partner now, or your children, or friends, and listening to it is therapy. So, any questions? Oh, and I have a lot more, you guys, but we are pretty close to my stopping point. So I want to not get too deep into this. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to share. feel free to ask me any questions, you guys, even if you're watching this later. Or if you want to share anything, any of your experience with music as therapy. And there's so much, y'all. There's so much to get into, honestly. But I did want to keep this, again, general enough for you to kind of take a good spoonful and specific enough for you to understand a little bit more about this. But I think I'm going to wrap here. And again, I'm going to invite you guys, if you're interested in doing one-to-one sessions with me, shesrestored.com is my website, and I have my healing bundles listed there. I also have options to do mini sessions or lengthy sessions at your leisure. No structure, no long-term commitment. Or if you just want to chat or ask me anything, you can reach out to me by email, shesrestored@gmail.com. If you're an artist looking to collaborate, I welcome you. Message me. I'm definitely always up for collaborations with artists and musicians. It's definitely a season that I'm in and that I'm entering. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. And I will be back on Wednesday for our anxiety class. And we are still working on, what did I say we were doing? I think we're doing color therapy. Where's my other book? Here. Yes. Let me just confirm before I timestamp that forever. It is I'm pretty sure, you guys, but let me just, yeah, here it is. So, anxiety, yes, we're doing more color therapy on Wednesday. I'm probably going to make it a little bit of a longer session than the last one. I think I only did 3 colors on last week, but I want to get into it a little bit deeper for us, and I'm going to teach you all about how color is therapy and to learn how you connect with color and what it means for you. I'm going to teach you how to understand a little bit more about the season that you're in and how color can echo that for you. Okay? So I hope this blessed you. I hope this gave you a little more insight into music as therapy and certainly into the modality that I use in our one-to-one sessions. If you're interested in signing up for just a one-to-one class to learn more about this, I would be happy to work with you as well. And I wish y'all a wonderful mid-March. Remember, this is the month of completion and perfection. God is doing some wonderful things in us. And be excited. Even as things are going crazy in the world, things are becoming sound for us. They really are. Because remember, a lot of you that are coming to my channel, you are the healers. You have the healing balm. You're artists, you're musicians. You have what the world needs right now. Okay? And so I encourage you, again, to tune into this, tune into self, tune into where you are and where God is calling you. By the way, Sonia the Libra family, I am doing our workshop on Thursday for Artist Dream Life workshop. I encourage you to come to that. It's going to be $17 and we're going to do it on Google Meet. And I'm going to teach you the foundation of my 8 foundational pillars to building your dream life as an artist and 5 essential building blocks. So if you're an artist and you're looking to learn a little bit about how to make art your life and make it a living, this is what I encourage you and what I teach you. So hopefully I will see you then. Okay, y'all, have a great night. I'll be back Wednesday. I can feel my voice is going, y'all. Pray for me. It's this crazy weather. You guys, we were like 90 degrees yesterday and it dropped 50 degrees here. I'm starting to feel that right now. So, pray for me that I don't lose my voice for Wednesday or for Thursday. And I'm praying for y'all. I love y'all so much. And I will be back Wednesday for our anxiety class. Love y'all so much.